Wow, that is one heck of an introduction, isn't it, Joanne?
Yes, I love it.
Wow, isn't it? Wow. Hey, LinkedIn, Dave Wilson again of Results Staffing. And this is one of my special guests that I always enjoy bringing on. You know, it's very important now with everything going on. Joanne, Papric, and, from LegalShield and Idea Shield. And she just got some great information that she always likes to share. She's very passionate about this. And with everything going on, Joanne, I'm going to turn it over to you and let's talk about what you do and with families and children and all that. Here we go.
So, like you said, I'm passionate, and the reason why I'm so passionate about it is because it's something that can be easily prevented by just becoming a member with ID Shield. You can prevent yourself from having stress and having your identity stolen just by paying 11 something dollars a month, and you can have protection, protecting your social security, protecting your family, your driver's license, all just your identity in general, your social media, anything that you're worried about. And it's peace of mind and being proactive. And I'm passionate about it because I've also seen people going through income tax fraud, and going to do their income tax and then being saying that you already did your income tax, and that's a huge debacle where then you need to hire a lawyer to prove it wasn't you. And other things like social security fraud, finding out that your child is bankrupt at 11 years old and owes millions of dollars someplace, and people have been working under their social security.
So is there, Joanne, so take me back to where, like you said, the Legal Shield and ID Shield, there's two different, right?
Yeah,
So Legal Shield is
LegalShield is a different service than ID Shield. LegalShield is having an attorney on retainer.
all right. So then let's go back to the ID Shield that you're talking about. So this is ID Shield.
This is ID Shield, and this is having a group of private trained investigators. They're high and they're trained, they're licensed. They're not just some person behind who's trained to read off a script. These are licensed, trained private investigators.
Okay.
They monitor you on the black web, and they monitor your identity.
So then if there's anything that goes wrong, and we're going to get into that phone app too, but so they pay the monthly subscription, and they get alerts like once you sign up, and they take care of everything for you.
Yeah, so there's 100% restoration, and that's an unlimited, no cost. It's 100% restoration. Once you sign up with us, they restore your identity back to pre-status theft 100%. It's guaranteed.
Because I saw on the PUA unemployment site where people were having problems. Wow, if you follow that, it was like, that's where I told you the one night, I was like, wow, look at that. Somebody said their child social security number. And I had mentioned to reach out to you, because walk us through that to where all of a sudden your child's social security number, if you're a member, they take care of it for you.
Of course, that's what they do. That's their job. They're supposed to restore your identity. So children's social security is the number one, identity theft issue that's going on right now, along with the elderly. It's happening to the elderly as well. They're not going to use their social security. When does a child use their social security number?
So that's what I mean. I don't know Cash. I don't even know if he's covered. I don't know.
No, they don't use their social security, so they know that they're not monitoring it. So what happens is they get to use it for such a long period of time. But then when your child turns 18 or 16 and they're about to use their social security, if they're going to buy their first car, open up their first bank account, go to college, right? You need you use your social security number. That's when children usually find out that they have been compromised. And it's been compromised for almost their whole childhood because they didn't know. So I highly advise parents, if you have children, definitely have their social security monitored, because that's my children are monitored. Their passports are monitored. I have all that for them.
So when you sign up, then like I said, if we were to sign up right now, at least, Cash, my son, I don't even know. I mean, I've never. Mm-hmm. So as soon as we sign up, his name's on there, social security, you would know right away.
Right away, you get an alert, and I will show you in a few minutes also on an app. Like I have already 2 alerts. I've had a few alerts just last week. I click on the alert, and the alert will ask you, "Are you familiar with this?" If no, You have to call them immediately. You call them. But if it's something like that's just the stuff that they'll alert you with, where they say call them immediately.
Right.
They're usually stuff like, did you open up this credit card? You get an alert right away.
Okay.
I honestly haven't had anything major. The only major thing that I've had was my Facebook account has been completely shut down. I had been breached, and they attacked all my friends, and they were sending these videos. And if you opened it, thank God though, I was shut down immediately, and I just had to change my password.
I received that.
Yes, you did. I know.
I did receive, because I messaged you right away because, hey, LegalShield, that's where you work. And I was like, there's no way you would have sent that to me. But when I clicked on that, only because I knew you, I was like, first of all, you wouldn't have sent that because it went right to another website. It was on my iPhone. But if you're on your computer, then that could infect that, right?
Yeah, oh yeah. And a lot of my friends were text, did you send this to me? I was like, don't open it. I even made sure I sent a message out, please don't open a video that was sent by me. I did not send it. So yeah, I mean that's one of the common things. It's kind of minor. I mean, the bigger scheme is, again, your social security, your passport, your driver's license, your account, your in the bank, your bank accounts, all that stuff is very important to
It's
protect
covered.
now. You should. I really, really highly encourage people to protect their identity. You don't know how severe it is. It used to be 1 out of every 5, then it went to now it's 1 out of every 2. It's getting worse. And right now, ever since the whole coronavirus, it's gotten even worse because people are so vulnerable, and they're taking advantage of them because they're so vulnerable right now. They're in such a vulnerable state. So I really highly recommend it. That they
So then, Tubia, this is Joanne. Tubia's he's in Florida, and like he said, interesting show, And Tubia, he's in staffing also, and he does a lot in New York. So there you go. Where are you at in New York, Joanne? Where are you from? In New York, Queens.
Yeah.
So Tubia does a lot of staffing from Florida and into New York. So let me ask you this then, like when you have your elderly parents and everything like that, you want to really talk to them, even if they're in nursing homes, anything that's what you want to be able to do to protect it? Or
I would love to go into nursing homes and speak to the elderly in there. If their children should have identity theft protection for them, they definitely take advantage of them. They scare them, and because they scare them, they immediately react because they're so afraid that they go ahead and they do whatever they say without asking anybody or consulting their children or somebody that would know. They immediately, and I know so many people who've done this, and they've been taken for $5,000, $3,000, and sometimes then it's not even money. They just end up giving them their social security number, and then once they've given them their social security number, that's it. They have it. They're gonna go have a feast with it. So,
because I know you explained to me, listen, I've never had that done yet,
right.
But I know if you had to do all this yourself, you lose work, because I'm sure you have to go to Social Security. You have to do so much, I can imagine.
Oh my God, David, it's a 30 to 40 hour work week for people to restore their identity once it's stolen. You're taken off of work. The stress level has increased. I just got a phone call yesterday. One of my clients, he's doing his taxes. You know how they've extended when you can do your income taxes?
Right.
Went to go do his income taxes, and they told him, you already did your income taxes. So,
it's when you cry.
it's things like that. So, and a lot of people are calling me that didn't get identity theft, that don't have it, and now something's happening to them, and they're like, oh my God, I need ID Shield now. This and this happened. And so, to those people who wait till the last minute for something to happen instead of being proactive and having peace of mind, I tell them, now I don't know, there might be an extra fee, because they have to now, it's easier for them when they've been monitoring you because they do preventative actions. Whereas now the damage is already done, the work is a little more steeper. And, I don't know the ins and outs. I'm not the private investigator, so I can't say exactly. I'm just the messenger, and I connect you. But it depends on the severity of your issue prior to getting ID Shield, if there's going to be a fee or not. So that it depends.
So I've asked you this question before, and we've done a couple shows, is okay, something happens to me right now, and all of a sudden, and I have to get this because once they see the pricing of it, it's so worth it. Is if something just happened to me right now, you can call LegalShield and sign up.
Mhm.
I know you said as soon as possible because then there could be fees, but will they take on something right away? You know, will they?
They will. They will take on. They won't deny you. They'll
Okay.
sign up. You'll tell them you have a pre-existing situation. This is what's happening. Yeah, they won't deny.
Okay. So then before we go to the LegalShield part real quick is what else does the ID shield besides the Social Security, the theft, no, not theft, I'm sorry, social media. Let's talk about the phone app. That's what I wanted to talk about, how easy it is.
I can actually take you onto my page.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can go right here. Is everybody see this?
There we go.
I mean, this is really simple for those of you who are watching. You just can go on my website. My cell phone number is on right here, where you can call me directly. My obviously here's my name and my picture. You go here. This is our memberships. You have the Legal Shield, the ID Shield. We also help small businesses. We help build businesses. If you just click here onto this ID Shield, and then pretty much it's for $11.95 a month, which was
Wow.
the most comprehensive identity theft protection and reputation management solution available. And ID Shield provides TransUnion credit monitoring and alerts, social media, dark web monitoring for enhanced privacy protection, privacy expert support, and identity restoration guarantee. So
Wow.
some of the features available, right? The credit monitoring, digital privacy management, guaranteed restoration. So if I click on to add, this is how simple it is just to get. You choose your plan that you want. We have 4 different plans for identity theft. This is the most common one. If you're an individual, if this is the family plan and this is the individual plan, now you can actually increase to get the 3 bureaus to monitor you. You have TransUnion, Xperia, and Equifax. However, I mean, it's whatever if you feel more comfortable to get, but they do check all of them regardless, but it's up to you what you want to do. But here is
Oh, sorry. There we go.
Yeah, this is the basic individual plan. All you have to do is click on it, go to checkout. And once you go to checkout, I mean, look how simple this is. And when you order today, you get the dark web surveillance and alert, identity theft restoration, password and username monitoring, 25K protection policy. And what that is if you have an identity theft issue that happens to affect, you have to pay. You have to pay some fees. You need a lawyer. We have a $25,000 protection policy that you can use. We have bank accounts and 401k monitoring, credit card monitoring. Now, I do tell people that 17% of identity theft issues is your credit cards, 17%. That's it. And banks and credit cards usually take care of that for you. You do have a pretty good. They're pretty good with their identity theft with that.
Right.
Again, social media, Social Security, all that stuff. We have 24/7 emergency assistance, 24/7, 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, whenever, holidays. God forbid you're having an emergency where something happened, you're being compromised. You can call our trained private investigators immediately. They will help you. They will guide you. They will tell you what to do. Monthly credit score tracking, all this stuff. This is I think it's very important. And
no, I'm like listening to you and you don't.
This is stuff we don't think of. And then you just check out, you fill out your information, then you have some security information. And David, then once you do all this, once you do all that, you will download our ID Shield app on your phone. As soon as you'll get an email from us and that you are ready, and you will get a membership number and you will download the app on your phone, and I will
This is interesting. Yeah, I really, if anybody's paying attention to this, is the best part that I like about it.
So this is the app. It's right there. It's the eye. Wait, am I getting it up there?
There you go. There you go. Yep.
See it? It's that eye.
There we go.
You just click on that app. I mean, everything is an app. Let me just put in my password.
Tuvia likes apps. That's all Tuvia looks. Tuvia, you can put this on your 20 cell phones.
20 cell phones.
20 cell phones. Yeah, it's a long story with Tuvia.
So now I just had to put in my username and password, and immediately it shows me if I have any alerts, if things are that I put in are being used, my credit score, they monitor it for me. And on the bottom where it says review, monitor information.
Okay.
So all you have to do is click on that, and then you get to choose.
That's what I like right there. All your stuff.
Yep. And then you can put in what you want them to monitor and look at everything. You put in your email address, telephone numbers, credit store cards, bank accounts. You click and you go here now. I'm going to put, let's say you want to put in your passports. All you have to do to put in your passports, I put in my children. Click there and then
that's what I wanted to ask you.
Enter in all the passports you want them to monitor.
So what, your passwords on all your emails, everything, it doesn't matter.
Everything you could put. Let's say this telephone, because the app is on this phone, and this is the phone that they have to get in touch with me. It's 24/7 monitored, my phone. God forbid something might not.
Okay.
And, also here, if you have any credit cards, I have all these credit cards in here they're monitoring. They're all in there.
No, I'm going to look at that. We didn't show this the last time I don't know why we didn't show that. That's really, excuse me, that's interesting.
I have my mother's maiden name. Obviously, they have it hidden, but you put in your mom's maiden name. They have everything. Social Security.
So then you run everything, your whole family, like your husband, your whole family can be all on that app, right?
I got the family plan. So what I do, and then I click here, and all my children's. I have my children's, my husband's, all our Social Securities monitor, all our passports are monitored, the credit cards I want are monitored, my bank account, anything, my medical records. Medical records are another thing. People are getting medical treatment done under other people's Social Security.
Oh, can you imagine right now with everything going on?
That's
wow.
Common, and you get a bill and you're like, wait a minute, I never had this surgery. I don't get take this medication. Now that's one part that's one area that makes it so bad. But then there's another. Let's say there's an emergency and you're getting put into the hospital, but somebody else has went in with your Social Security and they had other treatment done. They're gonna think that's you, and they're gonna give you the wrong medication. They're going to treat you the wrong way because they think it's you. These are things that we probably think are impossible and cannot happen. They are happening at an alarming rate.
Yeah.
In the business, so
I'm scared.
Yeah. I mean, if people go on the Federal Trade Commission website, they can be up to date on what's going on in this area. They should.
Yeah, I talk with Melanie Williamson a lot, and she does all the mortgages right now, and
oh yeah,
I didn't realize with the fraud on that show, and I want to have you two together on a show and talk, because that it's interesting to me because the children. Listen, I mean, we can, as a parent, we can fix ours, but if you're a child, I don't even know. I'm going to talk to my wife and say, you know what, even a peace of mind. Is it a contract for a whole year? Is it month to month?
Not. It's month to month. We do not hold contracts because we believe and we stand by it, and people never let go. I mean, people won't stop protecting their identity. We don't need to have a contract. And even with the LegalShield part, you have an issue. We all have legal issues, especially if you have a small business. It's really smart to have an attorney on retainer. Really.
Yeah, and that I want to talk to you. I want to have a show on Friday about the LegalShield part of it.
Yeah.
I like to separate the shield. This way, today we learned about the ID shield. Yeah. And Friday, maybe we can learn about the LegalShield and then show everybody that part. Definitely. Because this here, wow, 20 minutes is nice. I mean, I learned a lot again. I love that phone app.
I know. That's my favorite. Right? Yeah, and it's so simple. It's in the palm of your hand. You don't have to be home. Anywhere you are, you call them. You have any questions, immediately. Yeah,
that is
nice. I've called them a few times, and they're so helpful. I mean, they take care of everything. They guide you. They talk to you. I I had a letter come to my house that I owed money, and I didn't know what this company was, what it was. It was crazy. And I called them right away, and they said, we'll call for you. They want a 3-way call for me. They did all the talking for me. They were like, I felt like I have bodyguards with me.
God. Can you, one last question, and we'll wrap it up here. I know you do individual plans, but if there's, being on LinkedIn Live here, there's a lot of companies. Mm-hmm. So a company could reach out to you also in LegalShield, right? And they can offer that to their employees too. You've done stuff like that, right?
Definitely. They could do it as they could get it through their paycheck. It could be withdrawn, or they could do a fringe benefit. The company could do a partial payment. It's up to them. So
they reach out to LegalShield, and they could do a Zoom. They could do. I know some companies like to offer, but there's all different ways that they probably can do this now for you to explain that to them. And
I could. Meeting with their employees, a whole group, depending on how many they have, and they get a discount. That's what I mean. When we offer it as an employee benefit, we definitely give a nice discount.
That's what I mean, because that's how we met at a networking event. Yeah. And without networking events right now, it's hard to get out there. So if you're not doing the calls, if you're not doing this, I just wanted to say to all the companies out there listening, and this is nationwide, worldwide, it can be anywhere in the United States. And so if you're listening, please, reach out to Joanne. The information's right on the bottom, right? That's your website. We're LegalShield.com, right?
And if you go on my website, my phone number's on there. You can call me directly.
All right. Awesome. And again, let's do this Friday, and then we can bring up about the LegalShield. And there's another subject that I'm interested in also for a small business owner and all that. So Joanne, as always, it's always nice to talk to you. And I think a lot of people with children, that's right now with school coming up and everything going on, you just don't know. And David,
now that you brought up school coming up, a lot of people are doing cyber. Well, that is an open outlet for them. They're having a feast on this, and your children are going to be on the computer a lot this year. So
that's right. You were even saying about streaming, right? It'll come back. It's great technology. I'm waiting for you to come back. Well, on that note, everybody, great technology as always. We will be seeing you on Friday about it, okay? Talk to everybody soon.